Go ahead.
There's two scripts I've been working on for a while. One is about a leprechaun, and the other one, the other one is about this elderly man and this troubled teen, and the troubled teen has been in trouble at school and bullies and all that, and he meets this old guy in the nursing home. Well, the old man dies, and the boy befriends this cat. And I haven't worked out all the details, but that's just an idea I have.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So brief idea.
And the leprechaun idea was there's this homeless guy living in New York City or some city. Well, the leprechaun is on the opening scene is the leprechaun's on a bench, and this little leprechaun comes up and taps on his shoulders, wakes him up, says, "You've inherited a pot of gold." Doesn't know.
So the old man sitting on the bench.
Oh, this is a different script. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, but like the homeless guy is sitting on the bench. You said the leprechaun was sitting on the bench. That's weird.
Well, this guy doesn't know he's a leprechaun.
Oh.
Yeah. And he
Oh,
finds out.
like, a homeless guy doesn't realize he is a leprechaun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this already.
Wait, so he doesn't know about his pot of gold or anything, or he just has it?
Well, actually, his cousin comes up to him, who is a leprechaun for real. Looks like a leprechaun. He comes up and so he wakes him up and says, "You've inherited your pot of gold. Your real mom died," and he doesn't know he's been adopted and all that. So, yeah, that's all I have so far.
So guy is he's a leprechaun by descent and then inherits his pot of gold and now must take on the roles of a leprechaun.
Exactly.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
What
Any
a life
other,
struggle. Can you imagine, though?
It's like I'm a leprechaun? I gotta protect the pot of gold? What?
Like, I don't know if I would love that or
You
hate
can't
that.
use it, and he's still homeless.
Yeah, I know, right? He's
Just have to sit
shit's
there.
creek
What do I
without a
do
paddle.
here?
Starving.
How am I supposed to?
Any other script ideas? Any
Yeah,
other projects?
I've been working on a script, and I started writing it because I met with some family friends, and they told me to write scripts based off of like us as producers, because we need to act in what we're creating,
Right.
kind of deal. And so I thought, well, and I love making film music and stuff, so I already have like some film music set in place for my script, and it's about this retarded boy who has these dreams where he's not retarded, and I'll go ahead and lay out the reality of it first. In the reality, this retarded boy has a mom who loves him, and really she's going to be the hardest
To cast.
part. Yeah, a mom who loves him, and she, strives to take care of him. Like, if you want to put a background story to her, husband figured out his son was retarded, divorced her, and forgot him, kind of deal. And so she's been living up to all this mother-father expectations type stuff. Then this retarded boy also is past high school, so I would end up playing the retarded boy. And it's fine to be filmed in my house and everything. I have like locations mapped out already on the script. The mom falls in love with a high school student who used to walk this boy home from high school every day. And this high school student like always made fun of the retarded kid in high school type stuff. But I don't know, it's like a fetish for young people or whatever. So this mom goes after him, and there's like some sexual scenes happening in the movie and stuff. And the retarded boy actually escapes in music. He has this psychiatrist that's a music therapist. The music therapist is written for my friend Spencer McLeod, who lives in Rogers right now. And he's just brilliant. He does brilliant accents. Mm-hmm. But he'll... I don't know, I think he'll take this part and roll with it. So the psychiatrist ends up handing this retarded boy a guitar, and of course the guy can play it right away and gets lost in music. And they start this whole friendship relationship. And they communicate really well throughout the entire reality of this film scene. And eventually the retarded boy really is starting to get pissed off because he hears that his mom is fucking this friend of his, and that he can't communicate to his mom that this guy isn't really my friend. You know, like he made fun of me in high school. He wasn't
He's a
walking me
douchebag.
home to protect me. He was walking me home to come stare at your tits, kind of deal. And all that stuff. Well, the retarded boy ends up getting so pissed off that he goes and he actually kills this guy in reality. Okay, knowing all of that stuff, the first scene starts off with this man called Ace Buckham, Deputy Ace Buckham. It's a cool name, I know, though.
That is awesome.
And Ace Buckham is sitting there. I'll try to describe the scene. It's at a Civil War monumentary in Cabot. It's, I don't know if y'all have been there. There's also a playground right next to it. But anyways, I envisioned this truck set up with this guy's boot kind of hanging off and a blanket over him, and the psychiatrist that was his friend is his partner now inside his dream world. And his partner's walking up, and the first scene is, of course, Ace Buckham, which is the retarded boy.
Okay, that was my question.
Sorry, yeah. and Ace Buckham is sitting there, you know, with like this content look, has a cigarette in his mouth and everything. And that's where his theme, I have this music theme in mind for him, but his theme and music comes on, and it's actually like contentment. That's the feeling behind this music type deal. So he's sitting there, theme comes on. The guy approaches him saying, "Hey man, what's going on? Like, what are you doing?" And Ace is sitting there with a cigarette, and he's looking around at all these graves and stuff, and he's like, "These people had a reason to fight for," or something like that. No matter the reason being right or wrong, and I'm just admiring that feeling, being able to stand in what's left of their presence. And then so the partner's like, "All right, that's cool and all, but we need to focus on our job." And of course, it's the audience. It's up to the audience to pay attention and see if they notice the boot under the cover, which the boot belongs to the husband in Dream World, which in reality world is the boy who's fucking the mom.
Okay.
In the dream world, the husband he's the husband to the mom now, but the mom isn't 30 years older than the retarded boy. She's now a young, beautiful woman, and I think we can cast that part because I have several makeup artists that would like love to be able to work on that.
I do have a question.
And what's up?
The relationship in the alternate reality.
It's not.
Is it mother to son for Ace Buckham, or for Ace?
Or is it she just an straight
Or
woman?
is she just
A straight. It's the only way.
Straight
The
off
only
from-
reason they know each other is because Ace Buckham got a call for domestic violence.
Okay.
And that's actually what leads to him killing the man who is that boy that's fucking his mom in
And
reality.
so Ace Buckham kills the man himself.
So
Yeah, but
That's gonna
through
be a fun thing to
self-defense.
do.
Gotcha.
this
Okay.
it's a lot of tangents.
A
going
lot,
like this.
yeah.
So in order to write it, we would literally have to write two
One
different
story
movies.
and then the other story, and then intertwine
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
periodically.
That'll be
I have this. I have more than half the script done, and how it's turning out. Actually, like, I'm having problems writing it now because I go back and reread everything. Then I'm just like, crap! I just wasted like 30 minutes getting into it, and now I don't really have time to write. But I don't know how it's working out. It gets me excited listening to it. I still focus on writing music to it and stuff. I don't want each character to have like their own background music type stuff. And it does only involve 4 main characters, so I think that'll be easy enough.
I'll tell you
And
what,
for
I can't
character
wait to shit
stuff,
talk, sure.
Talking about filming things, different realities, we would have to film one reality first. And I've already started thinking about not getting a haircut and just letting my hair grow out, and we'll do the retarded version first. And then after that, a
It'd be a
shaving.
clean cut
Yeah.
version for Ace Buckham.
Yeah, and Ace Buckham also involves a lot of traveling to certain areas because I want to capture like some of the highlight areas of Arkansas. And I don't mind paying for the gas and stuff and it being on the weekend, and whether that means like taking 2 of my vehicles too. So
Hey,
Huh? You have 2 people. Anyway,
First thing we'd have to do would be cast the thing, which
Yeah.
is going to be a pain. Because, I mean,
and then well actually
I mean, 2 of us are already
He's-
sitting right here.
yeah,
He's
2 of
cast.
us, my friend who's in Fayetteville, the only person who I can't cast is the
is the
woman.
woman.
And I've been talking with several
And we
girls
need.
I got
about
one.
it.
Y'all want them up?
One who can
Erica.
show skin.
Eric, well, My only problem is that she doesn't like. We'd have to make her look older as well.
That's possible.
Okay,
And it would be a lot easier.
Can
to
she
make it
pass
look-
off?
that's really true.
Can
Make
she pass
sure-
off as my mom?
No, God no.
Okay, good.
She's definitely sexually promiscuous. She
All
can
right,
play
that's
that role
even better.
no problem.
That's even better.
She can
That's
play
even
sexually
better.
promiscuous.
That's
no
what
problem.
I need.
Do you think? Do you think she can like? I'm like this woman. The character description of her is very kind of.
I've got a copy of your script.
Tell her we can have
Yeah.
sex, so we can do the sex scene.
Yes. Please read. All right.
Would you
I'll
like
read
to
the
see
character
her,
description.
I guess?
I would love to.
Let me sign
All right, character description. Leland Thatcher, a Mandy-handicapped young man who lives with his mother, also living a second life within his dreams as Deputy Ace Buckham. Deputy Buckham stumbles across domestic violence and finds a way to fix a never-ending problem. Leland constructs his dreams to be a fantasy world of what's happening in his life. Inevitably, Leland fixes the problem inside his dreams and reality. Cynthia Thatcher, the woman, a loving mother of Leland, striving to make her son happy, but also strives to find happiness for herself. She loves a young boy who went to high school with Leland named Jackson Hewitt. Cynthia plays a role in Leland's dreams as a younger woman, Sarah Kane, that has an abusive husband. Sarah obviously has a schoolgirl crush on Buckham's partner, Walker Whitman. Texas Ranger names. So the woman will definitely be the, it's just going to ask a lot of the female actress. Tony and I will play around, and it's we feed off each other whenever we act. And I know that my friend Spencer, we traveled to Florida with a phone set up on my console of my car, and it was filming us, and it was the funniest freaking thing. Like, in certain parts of it were so funny, and we worked off each other so well. And I know that the three of us together will be able to find that character development easily. And if we can produce it within each other, I don't see why the woman shouldn't be able to find herself as the actress kind of deal.
As I've already told Tyler and Jeremy, I already have a character basis to base some of what my character is going to be about. My dad he's a womanizer, still married to my mom, he's a little mentally abusive, and he's going to be the primary man I pull my character off of. I've lived with the man for 22 years. He's a real asshole sometimes. You can
Right,
understand.
and this is kind of the idea of writing for ourselves, because I knew that he was going to choose that to find his character. It's what I told Tyler before we even met up with Tony.
Yeah.
And
And
I
I've
don't know,
always
I
wanted to be
I
a
see
good
this right
douchebag
now,
who
yeah.
gets the hot milf.
yeah, so like for things that involve like such great acting, then we need to focus on our own like lively stories type deal.
Yeah.
Kind of
What's the name?
incorporate what's happening in our lives.
Okay.
Well,
Are you able to find
yeah, CA instead of KA.
Are you able to make admins? Am I the only one who can make admins?
Admins?
Are they even called admins?
An admin that's after you
I
make
mean,
someone else an
I'm an
admin.
admin for Mercury Productions, and I think you made me an admin for
No, I don't
Arkansas
know.
Film and Music.
So you're able to make admins.
Yeah, once
now,
he's an
right?
admin, he can make other admins.
Okay, I need to find out. I need to figure out.
What you really need is my last name.
Okay,
So that we can
You
all
know what it starts with?
add content.
Limit this down as much as you can.
because you got the emails.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
So I'll do that. Are you looking for that actress?
Yeah.
Okay. While they're doing that, anyone else got any ideas?
Oh, well, I mean, I was just sitting over there thinking about this. I've always been very interested in Armageddon, end of the world type of scenarios. And, you know,
Let me give you a thing. Production value.
production value and cost
Yeah,
is
that's
it's
gonna
hard.
be- it's hard.
But and this is just an idea I just had.
Right.
But, you know, a few guys and a girl or whatever, we can work on the casting. And, like, you come to my house, we're already doomsday preppered out. We got everything we need. I mean, I'm serious, we got a shelf full of beans and rice and everything.
Yeah, no, my
We could do it
grandmother
in
did the
mine.
same thing.
Hey, man,
Hey,
we prepare.
My grandmother did the same thing too,
Yeah.
so I grew up with it.
Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
But, it's just for
My
a
family
short...
loves God too much to be like, let's prepare. They're just like, we're going to heaven.
We're going there. Everyone else is going to hell.
But my idea would be something short, you know, a short kind of film on it, where you're getting the complexities of some of the psychological nature of that end of the world scenario. It can either be as soon as it happens or as it's been going on. You can do a beginning to when it just happened, see some psychological break between people, and progress on. Because I'm a major in psychology.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that.
There's going to be a lot of mental problems. You know, some people won't eat.
Society will collapse.
It's a lot, yeah, because our world is built on society. If society's not there, oh fuck, we're screwed. I mean, that's whenever it goes back to barter system. That's whenever you got, you know, thugs running around with no real lawmen. You know, maybe a Mad Max running around somewhere or something. But I mean, I'd like to maybe, you know, see if we could all pull and try that. If it becomes too much, maybe it'd be something we can do in the future when we have a little bit more cash under our belt.
Okay. Yeah, back to what you were saying about that being a future idea. We can't do it right now, but yeah, we can definitely
Get something rid up and
play around with that.
yeah.
Once we start getting some,
Suggestion for y'all's ideas. If we could like put our ideas together, we could like take turns, like into one script. You know, have you ever thought about that?
Take turns to what?
Well, like for writing scripts and stuff, we could work together as a group if you for future projects. I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like the idea I just had.
Yeah.
Everybody's ideas would be valuable because that's just a base of what we could go with anywhere.
I know for me personally, whenever it comes to writing, I have a hard time writing scripts or developing music with somebody because there is that whole bias. I'm gonna see it and feel it as this, and I mean, I don't mind giving ideas whether or not they're used or not. But like as far as me creating a script that's in my head, I'd like to create it first and see what you guys think.
Right.
Well, that's where being
Versus then creating it together.
Yeah.
that's where almost in the Constitution, the lead writer role can be kind of versatile. It can possibly just change from project to project because you want to be the lead writer, and because I'd be the same way if I was.
That was the whole point of that development.
Yeah.
Is that what projects we're working on, nobody will have the same role.
We'll be
except
flexible.
for maybe. I mean, now you're a music guy. Maybe we're going to be the only two switching off the music designer role.
Yeah.
But
Does
as
anyone
far
else
as that,
know how to use a camera?
Use a what?
Camera.
I know how to throw one.
You say camera? Yeah, I'm pretty good with camera. Still shot? I can do still shot. I can do motion
I
camera.
like a movie camera.
I've got dolly setups if we need them.
Good.
You have
Yeah.
dollies?
I have a dolly setup. I have
That's all
a
I need.
high reel for high shots that we can definitely use if we need it.
Okay, that's cool.
I got an idea,
Perfect then.
and this is based on my dreams. And I got to tell you that they're all just like fragmented. They're never single story. I've told Jeremy this, but they're all fragmented. I've got one that I had a couple of nights ago, and it was weird. Think Dinner for Schmucks meets American Psycho.
Oh man, that is good.
Never seen either of them.
Huh?
Never seen any of them.
Go see them.
Yeah. Now, our meets American Psycho. Now, would it be comedy in there, or would it be because Dinner
It
for
would
Schmucks
be
is comedy? American
no.
Psycho
It's
is
all drama. It's
Thriller?
all thriller.
thriller drama.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
all psychological.
Okay. Like
That this guy is a real big idiot, and then I guess when people push him over the edge, then he just turns into this like
American
suave serial killer.
Okay.
It's like very charming.
Here's a
Okay. Yeah.
concern
also
of mine.
criticism.
There's a lot of psychological scripts on the table
Yeah.
and like dramas.
Uh-huh.
They're really, really hard to write.
they are, but the thing is I've noticed something in films. Let's say the '80s.
Yeah.
It was primarily new action coming out. You know, action shoot 'em up movies. I think as time progresses, I think we're getting more into people enjoy the psychological thrillers because it tests
Exactly.
and push your mind to think just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and keep up with it. And it's the
However,
kind of
Avengers
movies.
was the number one in the world for like 6 weeks.
What was it?
Oh, because
The
it was
Avengers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not saying that it's the only. I'm thinking, but in my opinion, I think it's coming into like Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
That was a wonderful movie.
Yeah,
I watched that movie 2 or 3 times over, and I just believe that we need to look into every avenue possible But new avenues are the ones that we want to be on the groundbreaking side of.
Yes.
We're young, we're smart, we've all got our areas of expertise.
Whenever it comes to film festivals,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it is creativity behind the story. Like one of the winners for the Sundance Film Festival was like a 30-minute clip about a child not having shoes.
Mhm.
And it's just focused around this kid not having, like, I still don't even understand the point of the film.
It's Sundance. You're not supposed
Yeah.
to.
But I mean, it had to be something brilliant, is what I'm trying to say, and something really small. You know, it wasn't this big brain twister type deal. And I think what Jeremy's trying to say about the script writing is that, like, I already have, like, if I had this huge idea and no script present with it, it would be hard for everybody to agree on my idea because there's so many backwards folds and so many this is how it should be done kind of deal to make work.
See, I definitely see where you're coming. Where it's what did you say? Creativity. You said something very
I mean,
good.
just
and I
like
dang.
like it's a color thing. I mean,
how I look at it, art and creativity, theater and creativity. You said something. I wanted to directly quote you, and I can't remember exactly what you said. But how I feel is that movies with logic that makes sense, that people can look at and say, "Hey, that can happen in real life. That's how I would react." You know, somebody falling and busting their ass. You know, in the killer movies. It's like, why the fuck did you just fall? Why would you go there when you know you should have went the other way? Why did you split up? You know, maybe we become smarter, and through groups like these, we have creativity too. You know, especially the more creative thinkers. I'm a very logical thinker. I process everything step by step, and I try to jump ahead when I can. But creativity thrown in with logic make groups like these the best thing. Because when you have more than one side working on things, you can attack it from multiple ways to create one good finished product.
I do know with the people that are in this group right now, we already have projects that are at our peak.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to be able to add any new projects after July. I mean, until after July.
Mm-hmm.
Until.
Yeah.
We already have the boyfriend in production.
Go ahead and
And-
read them an episode synopsis, or read a couple of them.
This one.
And we're scheduled to start shooting in July for my film idea.
Okay.
Wait, that the retarded boy?
Mhm.
How long is that?
It's going to be kind of long.
Shit. Okay.
I'll edit it if that becomes a problem because, like I said, it's already. I mean, I'm designing this script. That script, it has everything mapped out too.
Script.
Everything's mapped out except for like camera angles.
Right.
But as far as
Oh, that's kind of
scenes in line,
Mm-hmm.
character description, it's kind of a big narrative.
We've got Jeremy's great first starter idea.
Mhm.
We've got second opportunities. We've got third
Oh,
opportunities.
that's first.
That's first. Okay, whatever's first.
Right.
We already have it.
Yeah.
We have kind of what's already second.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I kind of try to think ahead on things and try to plan a little bit.
Okay.
If we all don't work, I'm not saying get finished product, get anything, but get something down so we always have something to go on. We always have something to pull. We don't have to sit around and scratch our asses for 2 days trying to figure out something.
You know,
Yeah.
hopefully though, also with all this stuff happening, our productions that we produce this summer might allow us a 6-month rest period and have all these other people come in and want to do something under our guidance type deal.
That's
You
another
know,
that
thing.
would be
That's
really
another thing we need to address for our organization. Ideas for membership recruitment. Now, we've posted roster flyers, semi-roster flyers around campus, both in Stabler Hall, both on one on the cork board in the physics building, and then one in the music department. No one signed it. So I was talking to a friend of mine, Ryan Belvins, who goes by Kurt, and he said, why don't we try the theater department? Maybe we can find some people there.
Yeah.
You guys want to do that?
Yeah, it's
Maybe-
fine. And the literature department, whatever that's called.
Maybe make
Creative
some more
writing department,
make
yeah.
some more roster sheets. Go post those
I-
on there.
If you guys want,
And we need to come up with some other ideas besides
We
membership
can,
improvement.
we can try and recruit, send out a little message on the Real Arkansas. a page with about 653 members, all dedicated to film.
Right.
So we can put it on there, see if anyone's interested.
Yes.
As much as I want to recruit, this is how I view it. Like, let's say I need musicians to play a song, but I can't show them the song. And I'm just trying to have these music, like I have the song in my head.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want to start recruiting until like after we're done this.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I
After
think
we have
But
something.
I-
And I'm fine putting all of our information out,
Yeah.
and creating all of the avenues. It's just like I have, you know, if somebody called me and was like, "Hey, what are y'all doing next week for this organization?" You know, I got to be like, "Well, we created it last week," you know, and I can use you in 4 months. And I'd rather not have to say
Right. Right. But we'll keep this idea open. But for right now, we'll just focus on.
I don't know if
Yeah.
we have something already for this. I didn't really see it in the Constitution anywhere. When we get people to act for us, with us, now is that going to be contracted, or is that going to be they are promoted in our group as members? Because if we contract them, we can keep this group small, and we are the head runners. We make them a contract. They have to. If they don't fulfill it, they don't get paid. You know, they don't do work. Instead of throwing, you know, expanding our group membership to 100 people, we got our people right here. This is the leader group.
Yeah.
And when we pull in an actor, we all sit here and talk to them. We say, hey, step outside. We discuss what we think about them.
That's another thing I was going to
Oh.
address too.
We discuss about them. We contract them if we like them. I think that would be better than bringing them into our group because one, when we do that, you know, I have to say I like profit. We can write out a certain percentile for them, and yet while we're doing all the real hard work, they're doing the acting. They're making a smaller percentage than we are, and we have a much larger percentage to split among this group.
I want to make more than the actors.
We're going to make more than the
I
actors.
like that.
We're doing all the work.
I like that. But that's a business idea rather than an organizational idea.
Yeah.
And right now we're an organization.
Right now, we're just an organization.
We're not a business. And all money that
Keep
is
that
made will go to the organization. It won't go
Oh,
to
yeah.
us personally.
Oh, yeah.
And until we do become a business, which this is my overall, like, I'm just thinking CEO type ideas. What I would love to do with this is, like, let's say we do all this stuff this year, and I end up, I'm trying to take over my father's business type deal, which would allow me money to actually pay people and stuff. My overall idea was to make this organization somewhat of an internship for the students involved in the school, 5 to 10 years down the road. Therefore, allowing idea opportunities in film and music and other recording opportunities. And there actually be a business called Arkansas Film and Music, and have those ideas in place to where, yes, you're signing contracted leases. But as far as us as an organization, if somebody wants to act for us, then they need to be a part of this group, and they need to look and work with us eye to eye, rather than I'm 10 foot taller than you and you're going to only act.
Well, I would never suggest that we put ourselves ahead of anybody. We're not better than anybody. But the primary workers, the primary creators, the ones who are doing all the work behind the scenes, the real work, are sitting right here in this room. And I understand right now we're an organization by the school.
Mm-hmm.
This might be something for in the future, but I just like to keep things like this on the level, because if you want to take this there, and we can, trust me, I see the potential in this room, we can do it.
I mean, that's like 5 years down the road, though. I mean, like,
Hey, 5
everybody
years
here
down the
will
road is
be
gonna be
gone,
here
is
full
what I'm
well.
trying to say.
It doesn't hurt. to
Unless
talk
you
about
want to help. I mean, and that's fine, too. It's just I have visions of staying in Arkansas more than I have visions of getting out of Arkansas and
Right.
finding a career.
Oh, yeah.
And, but like, these new members and stuff, I think we keep talking about them like it's going to happen tomorrow. And the thing is, they're going to come in 6 months from now after we already have our productions lined up. And we're not going to be the creators of the ideas. The whole point of this organization is to have people that already think like us to be a part, and it's a team thing. It's like a community.
So it's not going to be.
Light bulb.
It's not going to be we're just the producers and everybody else are actors kind of deal.
Light bulb.
Ring it
This
in
is
there.
an organization, yes. This is something, if you want to be creative, if you want your ideas to be used, you come here,
to
we'll
find
see
the
who you
people
are.
to work with.
You have to be voted into this group. But, if all you want to do is act, do no creative process but act, that's where some form of contracting could come in, because that would still put us under organization, but it would keep our group number small so we don't have to fight with creativity on
No
among
contracts
too many
needed
people.
if all they want to do is act. Because it's stated right there in their wants. I mean, like, if all I wanted to do is be the music advisor or whatever that shit's called, then I would sit here and say it. I just wouldn't work with you on other projects, you know, or I wouldn't try to create projects. I would just wait for somebody to say, "Hey, Jeremy, can you come help me with this?"
And I think that will work more efficiently to have a pool of people that we can say, or send an email to and say, hey, we have this opening if you want to audition for it or something like that. To have a pool of actors is exactly what we need. Because not having that can dry out your production really quickly.
Right, and that's where writing for us starting out is just what we have to do. We have to write every script based off what we can act into the table type deal. Like everybody, if you were to read the blog about upcoming artists, for example, I can't remember the guy's name, he goes to school in Conway right now. He's been the #1 designer for music videos. A lot of big pop designers are looking at him because of the lighting situations that we were talking about. He's got this whole new idea or something behind it. And the latest film festival that he entered, I forgot what it was, but he won the best actor. And it was because he designed the script for himself. I really believe that's why he won the best actor, you know?
Yeah.
And it's where that's something that we need to focus on. And something else that I want to put out there is that since we are an organization, even though, like, let's say I win Best Actor for the film that I'm writing, I'm going to say Arkansas Film and Music won Best Actor. Even though it's, you know, it's my work. And that's where, that's what I want it to be assessed. It's a community-based responsibility kind of deal.
Yeah.
I want the
Pretty
chapter
much.
to be...
I'll paraphrase
The
what you're
people.
trying to say, because I know exactly what you're trying to. You won the best actor, but through the ideas of everybody in this room, including Matthew, you won that best actor. So we all take equal credit for it. You
Arkansas
did the,
Film and Music
Arkansas
produced
Film
it.
Music produced it. They're going to take the credit.
Yeah,
because it became a shared idea.
yeah. And if any money is made off of it, it goes,
goes
to
straight
Arkansas
to-
Film and Music.
It goes straight into our budget account, because that's what we definitely need.
Yeah.
Is a budget account to
Yes.
expenses.
Which the budget account will have to be opened by you if we're going to go through a bank. And I don't mind using a penny jar under a couch. It's just that
I suggest
every
we
so
use the credit
often
union.
somebody can slip $5. And I mean, I'm not saying that anybody in here is a thief, and I really don't even believe that we need a bank account anytime soon.
Yeah, we don't need to make
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
It's-
stay away
that's
from
just
that right now.
yeah, that's just long. That's just eventually
Was
it's
there
going
a-
to lead up to that.
Was there a treasurer in the
No treasure.
Not technically.
Not technically. Okay, that's a future thing that I suggest will happen, because it will become up to somebody to keep the books, and then somebody.
If
to check
anything, I'm a
at that
financial
point.
advisor already.
Yeah.
And I don't mind keeping a pocketbook of how much
Yeah.
money's going where.
All right, cool. So, getting back to recruitment ideas, and then I'll shut up about it. You want to make more roster sheets, post them around the theater department? You know,
Eventually,
just to
for right now, I really feel like as long as this organization gets created and we're able to produce everything that we say we're going to produce this summer,
okay,
recruitment shouldn't start
All
until next year.
okay,
And it's so that we have this stuff to offer. I mean, we're actually offering what could be called a program rather than organization, but it's a program through an organization.
I have one thing on the recruitment, and this is something I do think we need to do. We need to get a woman in this group we have right here, as an officer, as a board member, something.
Yep.
Because we need a woman we can write a script for.
yes.
Right.
We need to find a woman who can do this.
But we
Go
also
serious
already
and
do
together.
have scripts already made. If we do find a woman
Yes.
who wants to do this,
then we're gonna be finding that woman who can play out the bitchy girlfriend, the
Yeah.
angry, pissed off woman who gets beat but also loves a retarded boy and also has sex with partners, and also hates the retarded boy at the same time because she finds out that the retarded boy kills her lover in both reality and the dream world.
I believe that's the only recruitment thing we got to worry about when it comes to that. We just need that one person. Once we
Yeah.
find that actor, we tell them we want to make you a part of this group. And it
There's
gives us
this
7
girl
people.
who I've been trying to get to come read the script for me because she could pass off like with a little bit of extra fat, really, to put onto her bones. Pass off as an older woman with the correct makeup, and she could also pass off as my mom. And she apparently says that acting is her passion, even though clarinet is her instrument.
This is right up our
So-
alley then.
And a lot of musicians I'm finding are really good at like they're decent musicians, and you think, oh, okay, yeah, you act. But then you actually watch them in a production that we produce as a musical or as a opera, and the singing is the worst part. They're actually actors. So it's interesting how arts can combine creativity.
Yeah.